Let's do this, shall we? It's past midnight, and it's almost dawn. It's a very quiet time of the night, where staying up late and getting up early merge. It's the same thing in the office of Okanogi gardeners. There are only 2 people on guard duty, and they're playing cards. They aren't sentries, so they really don't need to be on guard all the time. However, they aren't allowed to fall asleep. After the TV broadcast goes off the air after midnight, they usually play with cards. Suddenly the phone rings. The phone is right near them, so one of them answers right away. "Thank you for calling. This is Okanogi Gardeners." "Yes." "What?" Suddenly he stands up straight. He hits his knee against a desk, but he doesn't care. Takano runs into the underground security room in a hurry. "I'm sorry to bother you, Major." "Forget the coffee. Give me an update." "Are you sure about that?" "Yes. At 4:15 a.m., a body that was found in an Okinomiya jurisdiction was identified as R." "How could that be? R is homesick with a cold, isn't she? You guys were observing, weren't you?" "Ah, Major, there's more. According to an intelligence agent at Okinomiya Station, 48 hours have passed since her death." Takano can feel freezing cold blood rise up from her feet. She just can't believe what is happening. She died over 48 hours ago? If it has been over 48 hours since the death of the Queen Carrier, she just can't understand. That can't be right. Why are the villagers okay? They could have developed final phase symptoms as early as after 36 hours, which was last night. But according to the intelligence agent, this is reliable information, and the station was even put under gag law because they were fearful of a religious influence on the village. "What do you mean? Then who have you been observing at that house?" "Major, our observing system is perfect. Furude Rika is there at the house. Since we started to observe, she hasn't even stepped out of the house once. Even Director Irie confirmed it. It's just impossible." "Then how do you explain this? The police department is saying that the body is Rika, and that it has been over 48 hours since her death, right? Are you telling me they're lying?" "A lie." "A lie?" "That's it. Maybe it's a mistake. I was planning to fake my death using an operative from Gifu Police Department tonight. This is fake. No, this is a lie. This must be a mistake." Takano isn't confused because she's still half asleep. Takano is fearful. Her grandfather wrote in the article that within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death, everyone in the village would develop final phase symptoms. That would mean his statement was wrong. What would the people who believed his article think? "Excuse me, Major. There's a phone call from Nomura-san in Tokyo." Why is she calling me? "Well, I'm on the phone. Check the body at Okinomiya Station immediately." "We can't. Not right now. When our agents come in the morning, we'll have them approach Okinomiya Station and check the situation." "What time is that? 5 a.m.? 6 a.m.? It has to be done as soon as possible." "Tell them to hurry up." "Hee. Good morning. This is Takano." All the unit members are gathered in the office of Okanogi Gardeners, which is a garrison for the mountain hounds in Okinomiya. "I see. As soon as you find out something from Okinomiya Station, call me and the Major. By the way, regarding the observation system at the R residence, why didn't you confirm R is home?" "We assumed she didn't pick up the phone because she was sick with a cold. Director Irie went by and confirmed her presence there, so we just took his word." "Damn it. So there is someone at the R residence, that's for sure, right?" "Yes, there is someone there." "Commander, why don't we enter the R residence? We still have a little time." "We can't do that without approval from the Major. I'm sure she won't let us until she confirms the matter at Okinomiya Station." In preparation for the order, increase the number of observers at the R residence. Increase it to 8 people. "Commander, there'll be a festival at the shrine. We can observe, but I don't think it's possible to enter until tomorrow around midnight." "Shit, what lousy timing." "Wait. This is too much of a coincidence, don't you think?" Okanogi's wild instinct rings a bell. He senses someone is attacking them. He senses his enemy has begun to attack. He realizes his enemy took the initiative. People usually take a deep breath before an attack. That is the most dangerous moment. He assumes that whoever his enemy is, they are led by a great commander who knows when to attack. By the way, First Lieutenant Tomitaki didn't show up at the meeting the other day. Is that right? I'll have someone check. The Major asked me if I knew where he went. Do you think it's First Lieutenant Tomitaki? Have Ooishi check Tomitaki's hotel room. Shit, he deceived us. Meanwhile, well, we can't turn back now. Let's see what happens now. Kumagai shakes with excitement. Kuma-chan, I'm going to check the communications center. You hold down the fort. You bet! Nobody will get through over here, over my dead body. All I have to do now is handle phone calls. I'm going to go back to my position. Kumagai, take care of this place, okay? Count on me! Kumagai closes the door quietly and stands in front of it. This is a chance for him to show what he's got. Good man, Kuma-chan. Ooishi is on his way to the communications center. All the radio communications and phone calls gather here. During business hours, each section answers its own phone calls. When they aren't open, the communications center answers the calls. How's it going here? There was an outside call for the identification department calling directly just a few minutes ago. Who called? It was Chief Inspector Otaka. Ah, Otaka-kun. Ooishi grins. The enemy has started to move. The enemy must have bribed someone inside the police department to be a spy, and he has started to move as planned. Ooishi is surprised to learn that Otaka is the mole. Ooishi never liked Otaka because he boasts about his academic background, and he always opposes Ooishi, who believes in relying on experience. They didn't get along when they worked together at the prefectural police department. A phone call has ended. I'm gonna ask the old man. Let's see. Hello? Oh, it's me, don't worry. So how was it? That greenhorn put on airs. I just snubbed him. He was mad. He'll come here as soon as the marshal comes in. That's so like him. He can't even fight by himself. This is getting interesting. That phone call woke me up completely. Just like you said, there are plenty of suspicious goings-on out there. I can just feel it. This is finally getting interesting. Who will come next? Come on, demons. Come closer. Hello, this is Tomitaki. Good morning, First Lieutenant Tomitaki. Sorry to bother you this early. Would you kindly die? No, this is someone good. I'm calling to let you know that the Mountain Hounds have made a move. Just a little while ago, all the Mountain Hounds members were called in as an emergency. We don't know the reason yet. I see. So they finally started to move. Tomitaki turns on the light next to his bed and puts on his glasses as he answers. Also, there's been a rumor going around in the police department over there. We haven't confirmed it yet, but Furude Rika's, the Queen Carrier's, dead body was found. What? Tell me in more details. Supposedly, an unidentified body turned out to be Furude Rika. They say she died over 48 hours ago. It's past the time limit in Emergency Manual 34, but there has been no change in Hinamizawa so far. Have you heard anything? No, I'm in Okinomiya, so I didn't know, but that is impossible. The death of the Queen Carrier must be some kind of a mistake. That's what we think too, but according to our analysis, the information is very reliable, and it's almost a certainty. We haven't confirmed it yet, but multiple identification department workers have testified. But Good errors you're putting on there, Tomitaki. Tomitaki realizes something. He realizes that the Okinomiya police station is Ooishi's territory. He also realizes this must be the work of Rika and her friends. Oh, so his reaction was genuine a moment ago. He tries to think calmly. Even if they don't know who their enemy is, it's obvious for the emergency manual it's obvious the emergency manual is the signal for an explosion. That's why they came up with the idea to destroy the signal. foundation of the emergency manual is that unless they do something about it within 48 hours after the Queen Carrier's death, all of the villagers will develop final phase symptoms. So if nothing happens after 48 hours, there is no need for the emergency manual. And now the mountain hounds are called in as an emergency. Hello? First Lieutenant Tomitaki? Ah, sorry. Considering the current situation, it's hard to determine if there are suspicious movements at the Irie institution. Please ask the Colonel to check immediately. Also, as an emergency measure, please tell the watchdogs to be ready. Yeah! I understand. We should have more information by 9 a.m. If the mountain hounds revolt, it will be very dangerous. Please be very cautious. Of course, I'll be very careful. I'll talk to you again at 9 a.m. It is 6 a.m. He will call again in 3 hours. Thank you for that math lesson. From Ooishi 1 to everyone, Tomitaki is in room 406. Outside observation. Do you see anything? Ooishi 4, nothing on the outside. Ooishi 5, nothing on this floor. Ooishi 3, there's no sound in the room. He's probably asleep. There's a do not disturb sign on Tomitaki's door. I'm predicting the old trope that shows up in the old, like, James Bond movies where they go in, they break into the hotel room and blow up the old hotel room and shit, and turns out that Tomitaki's had been in a different hotel all along. It's far more convincing when they do it in like a movie or something, because you show Tomitaki moving about in his hotel room and then the mountain hounds surrounding, and then they bust through the door, and then it turns out that Tomitaki was in a different room all along. Did he stay up late last night? Maybe he's planning to sleep in until very late. This is a great chance for them. Be sure to capture him alive. It's an order from the Major. Let's begin. They try to break into Tomitaki's room very quietly. Obviously, it's a simple job for them to break a hotel room lock. Two members communicate with each other using sign language. If they know he's asleep, it's not a good idea to barge in. They open the door very cautiously and very quietly. The room's interior is organized but tasteless. It's a typical room for cheap hotels. The only appointments are a bed, a small desk, and a coin-operated TV. One can only sleep in the room. Tomitaki is sleeping in the bed. No, he isn't there. What's wrong, Ooishi? Respond. This room is empty. It's still early in the morning, but the room is empty. What's going on? Tomitaki likes to take walks and also take pictures of wild birds. Could he have gone to take pictures? No, that's not it. He might have deceived us. The do not disturb sign is on the door. With that sign on the door, housekeepers wouldn't come into the room, so they wouldn't know if the room is empty or not. Probably the sign has been on the door since yesterday. The hotel really doesn't pay much attention since he plans to stay for a long period. In other words, the room has been empty since yesterday. I bet he changed hotels, expecting an attack. I see. That's why he hasn't been seen lately. Call the Major immediately. Damn it. Our plan has been leaked. Okanogi realizes his enemy has beaten him to it. The foundation of the emergency manual has collapsed, and the premise of the final operation is on a shaky basis. Okanogi feels the Major panicked and rushed into confirming the situation hastily. If Tomitaki is hiding because he became suspicious, then he will find out something. Everything is too strange. Shit, this must be exactly what the enemy planned. Okanogi tries to calm himself. He thinks Tomitaki must still be nearby since he is investigating secretly. The department in Tokyo must be the one conducting the investigation, so he must be waiting for a report from the department somewhere. He's probably at a new hotel. He must be somewhere in Okinomiya. Get in touch with Karasu in Tokyo. There must be someone reporting him regularly. Find the number he's calling. If the number is for Shishibone City, bingo! This is dangerous. Okanogi is confident about his hunch. But if what he's thinking is correct, that means his identity is all about to be exposed. It also means his operation failed before it even started. But it's not a checkmate yet. If he can prove that the dead body at Okinomiya Station is an R, then everything is back to square one. All he has to do is capture Tomitaki. And check the body at Okinomiya Station. Commander, I got hold of Karasu. I can't find out what they talked about, but it's possible to find the phone number. They say they need a little time. How much time do they need? They only need just a few hours. Shit! That's too long. They want just a few hours, huh? Tell them I don't want to rush them, but they better be quick. It's a little past 6 a.m. It's already light outside, but it's still too early for the cicadas to start their chorus. They endured the first wave. It's a matter of how quickly they can recover. Okanogi hopes the Major doesn't throw a fit. Commander, here's a message from Karasu. They're still looking into the phone number. Also, the investigation department's routine check-in time is at 9 a.m. There are 3 more hours. He looks up at the clock. Even little things are bothering Okanogi now. Every time the second hand moves, he becomes more impatient, realizing the check-in time is getting closer. Also, Colonel Oka from the investigation department announced a preparation order to the watchdogs. He hasn't said anything about a mission, though. Okay, so that means they can still stand down. If nothing happens, all you have to say that it was a training. We're okay. We still have time. More information. Department head has called the chief of staff at home. We don't have the details. We're okay. We're still okay. It's a close call, but we're okay. Keep telling yourself that, Okanogi. Okanogi realizes that since the watchdogs received orders, the people in Tokyo are highly suspecting a possibility of a revolt of the Irie institution. On-site people must be already sure about it. Although it's not as difficult as the emergency manual, to order out the watchdogs isn't that easy. They only did that because they realized there had been some kind of trouble. He is sure that the people who would want to conclude this matter peacefully are trying to settle this down by saying it was just a mistake. A standby order to the watchdogs without clarifying a mission is like a middle ground. But the head of the investigation department has called the chief of staff. This is a very dangerous situation. In other words, the higher ranks of the self-defense force, or people higher than them, have decided that the watchdogs can take the field. People in uniforms are energetic, but people in suits like to settle things peacefully. They still haven't decided which way they want to go yet. Okanogi realizes his defeat isn't certain yet. Win or draw, it's still on the same table. If that's the case, this call coming in at 9 a.m. from the investigation department isn't good. He can't say why, but he doesn't feel good about it. It's just his wild instinct doing its job. He guesses the people in Tokyo are going to ask Tomitake about the situation in detail, and then decide what to do. It's possible that the head of the investigation department, or even the chief of staff himself, may come on the phone. Then the watchdogs may get an order as soon as the 9 a.m. phone conversation is over, which would result in his defeat. Tokyo is still unsure. Some are still thinking it's some kind of mistake, or they want to think it's some kind of mistake. If Tomitake doesn't answer the phone, they may send some people over immediately, but they will not order out the watchdogs. There's a good chance of a tied game. If they find out the body at Okinomiya Station isn't R's body, then although it will quarter them, they still have a good chance of winning, but they'll lose the possibility of a complete victory. Okanogi knows that Tak and his clients haven't ordered anything else but a complete victory. He doesn't want to admit it, but the enemy's surprise attack succeeded. Commander. Shut up! Calm down! They aren't sure yet. They are suspicious, but they aren't sure. We're still okay. Anyway, whoever gets the information first wins. Either they find out something first or we do. We were beaten in the surprise attack, but we haven't been annihilated yet. So don't you dare fly a white flag. We just wait. Karasu will find out where Tomitake is. Our guys at the police station will expose the truth about R's death. All we can do now is wait and endure. Excuse me, Major Takano is on the line. She's extremely angry. Shit, I don't have time to babysit a princess now. Hello, this is Okanogi. Yeah, well, don't come to conclusions. It hasn't been decided yet. Why don't you have a cup of coffee first to calm yourself down? Yeah. Okanogi tries to change the subject while laughing, but all he hears is the hysteric voice of Takano. He can't even understand what she's trying to say. The second hand on the clock ticks on. Who's going to smile at the end of this battle? Okunogi's hunch tells him this will be a long battle. How are you doing? Who was it? It was our marshal. They're gaining strength. But he's no match for me. Does he think an office worker can win against a technician? Huh. I'm glad he's playing golf today. If he actually came over, it would have gotten a little complicated. Did he call from a golf course? Is he working or what? I'm sure Otaka-kun wanted to come over with the marshal. I bet he's mortified. If an indirect attack doesn't work, do you think they'll attack directly now? Do you think Otaka will come over? If he can't get a hold of the marshal, he will have to. It's almost 8:30 a.m. The main door will open soon. It's already morning. The chorus of cicadas has begun. The sound of the cicadas almost makes you think this is just another day. But today is not going to be a normal day. This isn't just a normal Sunday. Ooishi and his guys have already realized that they have their hands on the tip of a huge conspiracy. Knowing how Otaka-kun is, he'll probably come through the main entrance. Yeah, that's what a guy like him would do. I'll be here to take care of the phone calls. You guys take care of him, okay? Okay, I'll go welcome him. Kuma-chan, take care of this place. The lobby of Okinomiya Station is just like any other police station lobby. It doesn't have a welcoming atmosphere. Some of the tiles on the floors are broken and cracked, so sometimes people trip. Those spots are covered by pieces of cardboard, and there's a sign that says, "Caution, watch your step." There's also a pot with a dead plant in it. It is far from a friendly and welcoming lobby. Unlike hospitals and banks, there isn't a line of people at the counters of the police station, but there are a few people sitting on a sofa waiting for the counters to open. The counters will open soon. Some workers are standing by on the other side of the counters. Ooishi doesn't feel like dealing with Otaka first thing in the morning, because Otaka is a snob. If only he was a pretty young woman with big boobs. Ooishi and his guys are on a very important job. If he finds out Furuerika's death is fake, this operation is finished. They can only shake the enemy as long as they don't know the truth about Furuerika's death. They have to stall for every minute, every second they can, so Tomitaki will have a chance to find out something. So if the truth about Furuerika's death is exposed before Tomitaki finds out something, the enemy will recover. The urgency manual will regain its credibility, and although the enemy won't enact it now, they will try to enact it again for sure. Furuerika detected the conspiracy miraculously this time, but it was truly a miracle. Japan has prevented the Mongol invasion twice in the past with such miracle. Nothing like that happened during World War II. They may not be that lucky next time. They may not get another chance. There may be no next time. Unless they defeat them this time, they won't win. It's possible to damage their internal conditions seriously, but a tied game will lead to the enemy's victory. They must expose the enemy at all costs, allowing Tomitaki to call in a suppression unit so they can defeat them. That's why Ooishi has to stop the enemy's vanguard. His job is extremely important. If the enemy's conspiracy succeeds, Hinamizawa will be destroyed and more than 2,000 villagers will be executed in a gas disaster. Either way, this incident won't come out to the public. But people's lives depend on him. He's violating his professional duties, but right now he has to do what's right. Ooishi remembers when the old guy taught him that. A man, who despite the hot weather is wearing a suit, comes through an automatic sliding door. He has 2 of his colleagues with him. He is being his normal self, showing off his authority. "Good morning, Otaka-kun." Oh my. Good morning, Ooishi-san. By the way, please don't call me kun. I'm no longer in a position where you can call me kun. Oh, don't be like that, Otaka-kun. We used to play mahjong together, right? Otaka seems to be disgusted. He used to boast about being a good mahjong player, but Ooishi beat him badly in front of many people and hurt his pride. I would love to chat with you, but I'm in a hurry today, so please excuse me. Hey, don't say that. Don't you remember the time you forgot to write certificates for the kendo tournament? You begged me to help you. I I wrote them for you backstage, and that was why the award ceremony went on smoothly, right? Shit. I truly appreciate that, but that has nothing to do with this right now. Oh, I didn't know you appreciated that. Sorry about that. I never heard that story before. According to people at the prefectural police, I begged you to write them, so you let me do it. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone misunderstood. I never said such a thing. The prefectural police headquarters may be your territory, but unfortunately this is Okinomiya Station. You can't have your own way here. Oh, what do you mean by that, Ooishi-san? I don't know why you're here, but your territory is Gogura, not Okinomiya. I would like you to just leave. What kind of authority do you have? What kind of authority do you have? I'm here for a classified investigation. I heard there's an unidentified body that is related to the investigation here. Well then, please inquire on the phone. Okinomiya is a poor town. This isn't a place where someone in a custom-made suit should come. I see. So you're ganging up with the guys at the identification department, huh? There should be an order from the marshal to hand over the autopsy report to the prefectural police headquarters. There should have been an explanation to the marshal from the identification department already. The body is still being examined. Because of a slip on our part, there has been a rumor going around that the body was identified. Anyway, they need a little more time to finish the report. Then I would like to attend the autopsy. No. What? I'm requesting it as the person in charge of this classified investigation of the prefectural police headquarters. If that's the truth, I don't doubt your policeman's spirit. A policeman's spirit is noble. After all, who would want to do this kind of job without pay? But one has to have a spirit to be a policeman. If you say you have that spirit, I'll let you go on. Ooishi's eyes show his anger within him. As he looks at Ooishi, Otaka remembers all kinds of scary memories. Otaka doesn't want Ooishi to sense his fear, but he can't help himself from swallowing. Okay, then please let me through. I'm here with a policeman's spirit. Please move over. Why don't you make me step aside with your policeman's spirit? Come on! What? If your policeman's spirit is as strong as mine, you should be able to brush me aside easily. Come on, try it. Ooishi is clearly telling him he will not let him through. How could he do this? Otaka is confused. Otaka is an elite policeman at the prefectural police headquarters. He believes he only needs academic background and credit. He has been working hard under that belief. But Ooishi doesn't acknowledge that. He doesn't even respect him. He is a scumbag. Otaka sees Ooishi as someone who is uncivilized and doesn't acknowledge his superiors so he can protect his pride. He thinks Ooishi uses his crudeness to establish that reason for his existence. Otaka has been thinking since they worked together. Why do people believe someone like Ooishi? Why do people respect someone like him? Why do people appreciate someone like Ooishi more than him? Move. If you don't, I can accuse you for interfering with investigation. Oh? What kind of investigation? If you tell me, I'll help you. Didn't you hear me? It is a classified investigation. I can't tell that to someone like you. I see. Well, if you can't tell me everything, you can tell me just a part of it. What do you have on your shoulders for that? On my shoulders? What are you talking about? I have something on my shoulders. The fate of 2,000 villagers rests on my shoulders. They let you through. Those 2,000 villagers know their relatives and families as well. They will all be sad. You know what I'm talking about, right? I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, I'll tell you. Your master is planning something very scary. But you haven't thought it through that far. But it's a conspiracy to make thousands of people unhappy. That conspiracy is about to crumble, and that's why they woke you up and ordered you to investigate. I don't know how much you're getting paid for this, but if that is more important than your policeman's spirit. Ooishi stops there, but his eyes continue to speak after that. What in the world are you talking about? Anyway, please let me through. The way Otaka is baffled confirms what Ooishi just said. It is true he was bought by someone suspicious. Maybe he doesn't think that he was bought. He thinks he's just checking the body of Fururika because he was asked for barter. Of course the classified investigation is a lie. But when an elite policeman from the prefectural police headquarters says it's a classified investigation, everyone grovels and salutes him. But, Ooishi doesn't salute him. My weak pride. This is a waste of my time. I'll file a formal complaint to the marshal later. Wow. Hey, wait a minute. I'm not done yet. As Otaka tries to walk by, Ooishi grabs him. Otaka tries to make him let go of his arm, but Ooishi's too strong. Oh, ouch! Let me go, Ooishi-san. Huh? I'm not using that much strength. If you have a policeman's spirit, this shouldn't stop you. Your unshakable righteousness should knock me down easily. But you can't even get my hand off your arm. How pathetic. Do you know why? Get your hand off me. That's because you don't have a policeman's spirit. Ooishi lets go of his shoulder, and Otaka tumbles onto the floor, sliding for more than 2 meters. What is this? This is interference with investigation! This is interference with a government official executing his duties! No, this is assault! Arrest him immediately! Otaka orders his 2 colleagues, but they don't know what to do. They know Ooishi's a policeman too, and obviously there's something going on between them. Besides, they can sense one thing. Their instincts are telling them that Ooishi is far stronger than them. There's no way they can match him. What's going on, Ooishi-san? Some policemen gather in the lobby. They all look puzzled. Nothing, really. This greenhorn from the prefectural police demanded something selfish, so I just taught him a lesson. The policemen look at Ooishi and Otaka alternately. They know something is going on, but they don't know the circumstances, so they don't know which one to stop. Ooishi is respected by the policemen at Okinomiya Station. Everyone respects him. If Ooishi says this guy is being selfish, then he must be at fault. Ooishi is sensible. They all think that Ooishi would only do this in a public place like a lobby if it was something major. Otaka is feeling humiliated to get such attention. He stands up calmly, while hiding his humiliation with anger. I see. I understand. But I'm not here for an errand either. Very well. I'm ready. Come on, Greenhorn! Whoa! Is that it? Is that all you've got? Damn it! So that's your policeman's spirit? I have 2,000 Hinamizawa villagers on my shoulders. The lives of 2,000 people in my jurisdiction depend on me. Why don't you tackle me with a spirit that's strong enough to knock down 2,000 people? Wow! It's like a wrestling match between a sumo wrestler and a child. No matter how many times Otaka tries to tackle Ooishi, his body simply tumbles. Ooishi stands firm, as if his feet are rooted. The 3rd time Otaka tumbles onto the floor, he finally realizes he's been provoked. He catches his breath and fixes his hair. Okay, I'll tell you. The case I'm investigating has something to do with the Sonozaki family. I was asked by someone to check on something. Why are you beating around the bush? Can you say it more directly? Anyhow, what's suspicious is the death of a little girl who was a religious mascot in Hinamizawa. I have to confirm if she is dead or alive immediately. I already told you that on the phone. It's still under investigation. They need more time. Huh, well I didn't want to tell you this. This request is... I'll tell you the truth. It is requested by your enemy, Representative Sonozaki. Well, that's a load of shit. You think you know enough to provoke Ooishi in return. Ah, that scary man in the formal kimono, huh? Yeah, you're right. He's like my enemy. If he threatens me, all I can do is forget about the reason and do whatever he wants me to do. See? I know. Representative Sonozaki requested I check the body immediately. This is the request of a citizen. The police department is there for the citizens. Of course I accepted the request. Fururika isn't just a girl in Hinamizawa. She's a very special girl. If rumor goes around saying her dead body was found, of course someone has to confirm it. right? Better not say things like that in a public place like this. You're in the lobby. Sorry about that. Otaka realizes his mistake. Some people are actually whispering behind him. Then one of them talks to Otaka hesitantly. Is it true that Fururika-chama is dead? Don't worry, madam. It hasn't been confirmed yet. I'm from the prefectural police, and I'm here to confirm it. That's right. It's not certain yet. We're still investigating as we speak. I'm only asking to attend the autopsy. You better think carefully. I'm here on behalf of Representative Sonozaki. I kind of want Ooishi to just say, oh, well, let's call Representative Sonozaki and ask him. If you interfere with that, I'll tell him all about it. If that happens, you'll be in a tight spot, Ooishi-san. Don't you think it's time to surrender? Representative Sonozaki is known for his extreme power around here. People who know about him continue to whisper. Otaka grins when he hears the whispering of the people. He realizes his threat is more effective than he thought here in Okonomiya. Oh my. Did you really ask him to do that, Saburo-san? Sir, excuse me. Did Representative Sonozaki really ask you to do that? He sure did. The representative asked me directly. So what about it? Ooishi-san, isn't it time to surrender? People still continue to whisper. Representative Sonozaki is a big name around here. Even gangsters give way if someone mentions his name here in Okonomiya. Well, if you're afraid of the representative, please let me through, Ooishi-san. Oh, here we go. Ah, please go to counter number 8 for a reissue of a traffic ticket. Huh? When did I get a traffic ticket? Ooishi suddenly starts to talk about something completely different. Ooishi is looking at something behind Otaka. Oh no! It's, Shion's mom. Oh, an old-fashioned elderly man and a lady in a kimono are standing behind him. Oh, yes! Yes! When Otaka's eyes meet with hers, she smiles at him. She is his type. Hey, were you really asked by Representative Sonozaki directly? Not his secretary or someone else? Yes. Representative Sonozaki and I are very close. He sometimes calls me directly. The elderly man continues to listen with a puzzled expression. This is Representative Sonozaki, I'm guessing. He's about to say, who the fuck are you, kid? Who the heck are you? Yes!